2021 has been a year of growth on all fronts for Tikehau Capital. We have been once again demonstrated the relevance of our virtuous model based on investment performance. First of all, our investment momentum has been very strong. Our closed-end funds have deployed a total of 5.5 billion, while remaining highly selective and disciplined, as evidenced by our exclusion rate, which was maintained at a high level of 97%. In 2021, performance across all of our funds remained strong. Performance-related revenues were in fact multiplied by 3 in 2021 compared to the previous year. And it is precisely thanks to this solid performance that we have been able to accelerate our growth with a strong increase in client demand. As such, net new money rose to 6.4 billion euro in 2021. This is a record level of net inflows, representing a growth of 53% compared to the annual average of the last 3 years. At the same time, our client base has continued to internationalize and diversify, particularly towards private investors. As a result, our assets under management reached 34.3 billion euro at the end of the year, up 20% compared to 2020. Finally, our balance sheet portfolio returns increased sharply during the year. We have been actively rotating our portfolio, and the investments made by the group in its own funds are wrapping up quickly. From a financial perspective, our results reflect the performance of our profitable growth model and show solid progress at all levels. Net income for 2021 reached 319 million euro. This was driven by a growth of almost 50% in the operating profit of our asset management activity at 114 million euro, as well as a very solid performance of our investment portfolio with 387 million euro of investment revenue. Finally, our balance sheet remains solid and liquid, with shareholders' equity of 3 billion euro and consolidated cash of 1.1 billion euro, compared to 845 million euro at the end of December 2020. These good results enable us to propose to the next general meeting the payment of a dividend of 1 euro per share, including a reference dividend of 60 cents, as well as a special dividend of 40 cents linked to the strong value creation of 2021. Well, management fees generated in 2021 have jumped to 264 million euros. That increase of 33% compared to 2020 was mainly driven by two elements. First, an increase in 22% of our fee-paying AUM, thanks to record inflows, combined with a sustained pace of deployment across our strategies. And second, an increase by 10 basis points of our average management fee rate, reaching 102 basis points at the end of 2021, reflecting the positive evolution of our business mix. On the back of this strong revenue growth, fee-related earnings have increased by 35% to 95 million euros, reflecting the strong operating leverage of our business model. In addition, performance-related revenues amounting to 19 million euros were multiplied by 3 in 2021 with a strong contribution of our UCITS fund. All these positive elements explain how we managed to increase the operating profit of our asset management activity by 49% in 2021 to reach 114 million euros, representing an operating margin of 40%. Our investment portfolio, which amounts to 2.7 billion euro at end of December 2021, recorded very solid performance, with revenues of 387 million euro compared to 85 million euro in 2020. It is important to notice that Tikehau Capital funds contributed 156 million euro to those revenues, an amount 2.7 times higher than what had been recorded in 2020, demonstrating once again the solid performance of our funds. In addition, realized revenues jumped from 134 million euro to 243 million euro in 2021, resulting from an active and value-creating rotation of our investment portfolio, notably in listed assets. I should also point out that at end December 21, 75% of our portfolio was already invested in our own funds, which represents approximately 2 billion euros. Our growth model is delivering across all of its components, and year after year, we are demonstrating our ability to create values for our shareholders. ESG is at the heart of our DNA and our investment strategies. Our job is to manage long-term savings in a sustainable, efficient, and responsible way. Our investment teams are systematically integrating the analysis of ESG criteria into each investment opportunity. It is mandatory. Our ESG approach is global and also reflected in the group's financial structure. In March 21, we successfully completed a placement of an inaugural sustainable bond for an amount of 500 million euro. It is the very first public sustainable benchmark bond issued by an alternative asset manager in Europe. In the same spirit, we announced in February 22 that we had successfully launched our first sustainable private placement on the American market for an amount of $180 million. As a consequence, debt linked to ESG criteria will represent 63% of the group's total debt. As such, 2021 will have been a truly pivotal year. Finally, we also want to be able to offer concrete solutions to accelerate, in particular, the fight against climate change and collapse of biodiversity. Well, in 2021, we launched two new positive impact strategies: a private equity fund in North America dedicated to the transition to a low-carbon economy, and a high-yield fixed income fund focused on reducing the carbon footprint of portfolio companies. These funds will complement the impact strategies already in place, and others are to come in 2022. I would like to highlight that we have announced in 2021 our ambition to have more than 5 billion euro in assets under management exclusively dedicated to the climate emergency by 2025. We have also created a Climate Action Center, whose mission is to mobilize expertise and innovations and coordinate Tikehau Capital global climate strategy. In a nutshell, at Tikehau Capital, we are convinced that more than ever, the only way to be profitable is to be sustainable. Our very good results for 2021 reflects the relevance of our profitable growth model, a model which is meant to become even stronger over time, and we are confident in our ability to continue to deliver high performance and solid results in the years to come. Of course, the geopolitical context is uncertain today, and we remain humble and calm. We do not have companies domiciled in Ukraine or Russia in our portfolio, and our portfolio companies' revenues in these two countries are particularly low. We are, of course, monitoring very closely the potential macroeconomic effects that the Ukrainian conflicts could generate. We nevertheless enter 2022 in a solid financial position with 3 billion euro in equity and 1.1 billion euro of cash. We have already achieved in 2021 more than 95% of our 22 targets, which had been set back in 2019. We are therefore in a very good position to exceed these objectives. We look forward to seeing you on March 22nd for our Capital Market Day to present our roadmap and our new objectives. Well, the alternative asset management industry has been growing strongly for several years. It is a market that offers above average returns, which is attracting more and more investors. In this market, we are one of the world leaders with differentiating assets. Proximity, more than 680 employees in 26 different nationalities in 12 countries. A loyal and solid shareholder base, including the management, which holds 56% of the group's capital. The alignment of interest between shareholders and clients, our equity being mainly invested in the strategies offered to our clients. And finally, a solid balance sheet that allows us to invest in growth. We will continue to grow thanks to our entrepreneurial culture, our talents, and the exceptional commitments of our teams. These have been our strengths since our creation. To conclude, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to our shareholders who are supporting us. Thank you to our clients who are increasingly numerous to trust us. And last but not least, thank you to all the Tikehau Capital teams who are showing unfailing commitment and always aim higher.